all, it's Matt, and I've got a quick subscriber requested video for you guys, and that is, what is the real world fuel economy that I'm getting here in the Ram 2500? So we're going to try to do a one-take video to respond to that and hopefully share some information. Just a quick reminder of what we're working with. This is a 2019 5th gen Ram 2500 heavy duty. It is running the 6.4 liter Hemi motor, gasoline motor. It is a Bighorn edition, relatively stock vehicle. The only thing that I've done to it is running a Canon air filter. It does have a Daystar leveling kit, and I am running a wheel and tire package that is one size larger than stock. But I have had the computer adjusted so that the speedometer odometer is correct for that wheel and tire package. That being said, a couple of things we'll talk about today. First off, when I replace the wheels and tires, I reset the odometer, trip odometer on the vehicle. And so from a computer standpoint, again, using the data from the actual truck itself, since replacing the wheels and tires, my overall fuel economy has been 12.8 miles per gallon. And my general driving in this, aside from the road trip, has been just around town, a couple of short trips to state parks, things of that nature. It is not a commuter, so it's been relatively mostly highway driving, running some errands, things of that nature. So 12.8 over the last roughly 3,000 miles is what I've been getting. If we fast forward to last week, I did a 1,900-mile road trip that involved interstate driving. It involved increasing and decreasing levels of elevation. And then while on vacation, a nice mix of traditional driving. So around 400 miles of highway, city, what I would consider typical daily driving. So hopefully this will give you an idea of what to expect in both a travel situation as well as a day-to-day daily driving situation. So let's tackle the first part of that. We did 700 miles. We left from Indianapolis, Indiana, going down to Gulf Shores, Alabama. If you're familiar with the topography of the United States, you know that in Tennessee and Kentucky, you do get into some mountains, big hills, whatever we want to call them. So the elevation does change. You go both uphill and downhill to get back to the Gulf. We did 777 miles, and over that 777 miles, it was primarily I-65 the entire way. We were running between 75 and 79 miles an hour. Yes, I know that's speeding. Feel free to leave comments below about what a terrible person I am. With that, the weather was clear, no dramatic issues. We were looking at around 40 to 55 degrees, depending on where we were. And I was running the tire pressures at the recommended around 60, 62 in the front and 65, 67, give or take, in the back. So for that portion of the trip, running 87 octane fuel, we got 14.6 miles per gallon. There was a noticeable increase the longer we drove. So actually, starting off in Indiana, we were closer to about 14.1. As we got into Gulf Shores, we were at 14.6. So was pretty happy with that. We did get an oil change right before, so we were running on brand new clean oil, brand new fluids. So 770 miles, right at around 14.6, which I didn't think was terrible. And then once we were down there, again, parameters of the truck stayed the same. Temperatures were between 55 and 70. And we did a mix of highway, city street driving, average anywhere from 35 to 60 at the highest on some of the trips to different towns around the area. So what I would consider typical daily driving. And that did drop significantly down to right around 12.1 miles per gallon for that particular driving. So not terrible. It is a big truck, but significantly lower than what we were getting on the highway. We were not carrying a tremendous amount of weight. We weren't towing anything, obviously. So just kind of your basic mileage. Hopefully that is helpful for the folks that are thinking about purchasing this vehicle. I am going to do a 5,000 mile review as well to give you an idea of what I thought of the vehicle after the drive. So stay tuned for that coming up on this channel, hopefully in the next 24 to 48 hours. But in the short term, hopefully that answers and gives you a little bit of idea of what to expect with real world driving in this vehicle with this configuration. Again, 14.6 is what we got on the highway. Around 12.1 is what we got in city and mixed driving. And that is with about 4,500 to 6,000 miles on the vehicle. We'll continue to take a look at this, speak to it a little bit in the 5,000 mile review, but then obviously when we do the 10,000 mile review, I'll do a follow-up on what we're seeing with the fuel economy as the engines broke in a little bit more, the tires broke in a little bit more, and we'll see how we're doing then. So if you have questions, please, as always, leave a comment below. If this video was valuable or you just thought it was entertaining, because this has to be super entertaining to people, please click like and subscribe if this is the kind of video content that you like to see. I will tell you if you're new to my channel, I also have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, thus the name Jeep WK2 Adventures. I have a 15,000 mile review of that vehicle coming out this week. I also do a tremendous amount of travel, and we're going to be using this channel to do some of those travel videos. I'll give you a little hint. Bama Hen just coming up later on this week as well, so stay tuned for that. Again, your time is precious. I appreciate you spending it with me, and I hope that this was valuable, fun, entertaining, killed some time, whatever you want to call it. And I look forward to the next time that we meet. Until then, thanks a lot.